So I'm sorry, it had cut off. My video had cut off. I'm gonna post them at the same time, but the back to the Terry thing. You know, the trial court openly admitted this on the Terry versus Ohio. On the motion to suppress the guns, the prosecution, I'm gonna read it again. The prosecution took the position that they had been seized following a search incident to a lawful arrest. The trial court then rejected this theory, stating that it would be stretching the facts beyond reasonable comprehension to find that Officer McFadden had probable cause to arrest the men before he patted them down for the weapons. Definitely. What did you? The DA really lost. He put his. And the Supreme Court of the United States let the case go. He won. They overturned it because I believe he originally lost the case and the DA just kept appealing. You know, he originally won the case and then the DA kept appealing until he got to where he can get some relief, which he's allowed to do. And this is why the other day, when I was telling you about the motions and stuff like that and, you know, how to submit them, certain motions the DA can appeal against. You know, he has a right to appeal too. If y'all didn't know that, you know, newsflash, he can appeal certain ones. Certain ones he won't want to appeal. If you do it the right way, you don't want the DA to appeal. You don't have to be afraid of an appeal. You know, he knows in this case, I don't know why this cat appealed. This cat he had some people that he knew from high up. You know what I mean? Because there ain't no way. Because the Terry stoppage is basically a stop and frisk. There's no such thing as a stop and frisk no more. You're not allowed to do that. That is constitutionally forbidden. Like, you cannot stop anybody from the freedom of their movements. Anytime the officers, approach on the streets, that is called a mere encounter. Yeah, I mean, it's an encounter that is consensual on both sides, both the officer side and yours. Anytime this consensual encounter, Supreme Court will call it, and or mere encounter is what Pennsylvania calls it, the mere encounter, Supreme Court. In federal, they call it a consensual encounter. Anytime these encounters lose their consensuality, it then transforms into a seizure of your freedom from movement, which is then in violation of your constitutional and civil rights, the Fourth Amendment specifically. Okay. So, along with the 14, because they didn't go through the proper steps that they needed to get to go ahead and seize your rights. It's very, very simple. Just quote it. When they pull you over, all you have to do is say, "Sir, you are now in violation of my constitution." If they are. Especially the passenger. I'm always looking at this through a passenger's point of view. You know. "Sir, you are now in violation of my constitutional civil rights, my Fourth Amendment specifically." Well, how do you? You're asking me to disclose my information, which I don't have to. If I don't want, it's my right. All you have to do is say, "Right at this moment, I am demonstrating my constitutional civil rights my Fourth Amendment right to be secure in my person's papers in effect against unreasonable searches and seizures." Say that. He should have said that. Just clear. And after this, beyond this point, being as though you know, if you still decide to proceed and violate my rights, you're no longer protected. You are knowingly doing so. Once you are knowingly doing so, you're no longer protected by the color of law. No longer. You're done. All that other stuff go out the window. You're done. You know, like, come on now. Get them dictionaries open. Get them cases out. Read that stuff. Y'all don't have them. I'll send them to you. I'll copy them and send them to you. Read that stuff. Education is the most powerful weapon that we can have. You know, I'm tired of seeing people making videos about. I be thinking they be paying them white folks sometimes. I seen a video. The lady, she got mad at a little girl for selling water to go to Disneyland. What? That's a political move somewhere. There ain't no way they paid the lady to do that. Ain't no way a random white folks gonna stop. That is so absurd. I mean, I've never seen nothing like that. Now, I'm from the North. I'm from Pennsylvania. I live in Pittsburgh. I I've never seen nothing like that. Like, what kind of racism is that? Like, is that racism, or is just politics being played to keep the people in an uproar to stir it up, so as to create a political agenda for whichever party, Democrat or Republican? I don't care. I more so think it's the Democrats doing that crap. You know, Republicans are kind of like more cut and dry. You know, I don't get it. And you got everybody pumping their fists and yelling about some stuff they don't even know. You can't even protect your rights. So y'all done went and y'all done went and rummaged and pillaged and plundered and stuff, and then you get arrested and got a bunch of charges, and you don't know how to get them up off you now. One of my elders told me a story, and he was like, "Yeah, man, the cops pulled me over, this, that, and the third," and he told them his rights and what he had to do. They said they let him go. And I said, "Now, I did some time in prison, so I said, well, how you do that?" He looked at me like I was crazy, like I was retarded. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean, how did I do that? What? He said this, because I'm educated, nigga. Like, because I'm educated, nigga. What? That moment I was like, what? So now this doesn't mean you go and commit crimes and then whenever they come to get you for it, you go ahead and but I mean, like, how could I be in the streets and I don't know everything I need to know about the law? I'm breaking it. So when they do come, I should know how to get out of it. Hey, you can't do X, Y, and Z. I mean, I'm tired. Y'all on my nerves. You know what I mean, black folk? Y'all on my nerves. I love you. I love my people to death, but man, we have to do better. It comes to securing us first. We got to secure our own first. You know what I mean? And take care of our own and police our own first. That's when it starts. We can worry about what the white folk do later. But the information I get was for all people. It was for everybody to learn. My mom was telling me, son, you gotta connect to every crowd. I understand it, and I'm fine. I'm for law enforcement. I'm not against none of that, because look at Philadelphia and how they're acting. Look at how they're acting. They're crazy as heck. They're tripping. Children are down left and right. Tell me they don't need police. They don't need police down there. Yes, they do. They do. You need the police to step in and stop that stuff. We ain't stopping it. So, God is good, man. The law is great. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all another time. Under the color of law, Brother Joel. Peace.